Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McKola. Man United have beaten Leeds again. Yes, we've beaten them again. 4-2 at Ellen Road, this time in front of a packed house. So a load of Leeds fans got to see it. And Manchester United's away end was absolutely buzzing. We had to play them last season behind closed doors at Ellen Road, remember. They've had to wait an awfully long time for this meeting with Manchester United at Ellen Road in front of fans. And to beat them, perfect. To beat them in that manner, where they had a little bit of hope, maybe even better. It was a good game for Manchester United, good result. Parts where we should worry, but a lot of positives as well. And I suppose we should focus more on those positives, because when you beat one of your rivals, it's always a good feeling, isn't it? Although, it's got to be said, we know Leeds are a team that let teams play. So we kind of got to be better as well against other opposition, and particularly against Atletico Madrid in the week. But Man United beat Leeds. The goals coming from Bruno Fernandes got a goal in the first half. Obviously our scoring was opened by the captain Harry Maguire. And Harry Maguire, that goal for him was a big one. He's needed that goal, hasn't he? He's needed a clean sheet. Unfortunately that didn't come today. We did get one against Brighton. But he needed a goal for a little bit of confidence. I remember we went into a game against Newcastle where he was in a bad stage, a bad form. Probably not as bad as he has been this season. And he got a goal against Newcastle and he was better from there on out. Hopefully that can be the same for him this time around. But there were defensive frailties at times. But nevertheless, Maguire scores, Bruno scores, Manchester United go 2-0 up against Leeds United. And you're thinking, perfect. Perfect. Now, I didn't watch the first half. I was at a christening today, so I missed the first half. I watched the second half on my phone, and it was like, it felt like I'd got the wrong half when I was watching that, because United, in the second half, proceeded to throw the lead away in 24 seconds. That shows you the kind of frailties that we have, the kind of mental lapses that we have, and the defensive issues that we have as well. Luke Shaw falling asleep on the back post, so poor. David De Gea probably could have done better with that cross from Rodrigo, which goes over him. Now, I know you're not expecting a cross to go in the net from that position, but you've got to be better. You've got to be able to judge the flight and realise at one point, a little bit earlier, that this might be going in and deal with it. He didn't, unfortunately. Again, you know, Daniel James whips a ball now. I hardly ever seen him get an assist for Man United. Somehow he got one today. I suppose it was typical. I suppose it was coming. He stood a ball to the back post, slides it across. Now, you could argue, do your defenders need to get there, your centre-backs? You know, should we be allowing this to get to that position anyway? But Luke Shaw's got to do better. He's got to do better. He can't allow the Leeds player, I think it was Rafinha, to come in on that back post and get the ball. You need to be making sure you get in there and clearing it out, either for a corner, throwing, whatever. Just get the ball out of there. We see it far too many times. Wan-Bissaka falls asleep sometimes on his post. Luke Shaw falls asleep all the time on his post. When you add that to the defensive frailties we have at centre-half and the form that Maguire has been in, then we're not in a great position defensively, are we? And those two things really bothered me. But positives were, once that happened in the second half, we had a reaction. We had a substitution that came about 15 minutes later, where we bring Pogba and Lingard off. Fred and Elanga come on. And I mean, Rangnick said it in his post-match presser that he didn't bring those guys on to score, but he brought them on to give us a little bit more energy. And whilst they did bring that energy, they went and scored as well. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was sat there thinking, why are you taking Paul Pogba off, one of our most creative players? He put one on a plate earlier on in the day for Ronaldo. Why are you taking Paul Pogba off? After the game, Rangnick says it's fitness and him coming back from injury. He needs to take his time with him. Understandable. But the substitutions worked perfectly. Fred and Elanga getting goals for Manchester United. Now Leeds, they probably thought they had us. Leeds probably thought they could have went on and got a winner. And me, I felt that way about the game. My head's way in my hand. I was gutted. I couldn't even concentrate on the christening during that point when it was 2-2 because my head had gone. But then Fred, Pastor Fred, gets the goal and Elanga wraps it up. And after, Leeds fans had launched coins and all sorts at him. Anthony Elanga scores. And then he gives it the tap in the badge and you're going down to the Leeds fans, which I absolutely adored as well. Anthony Elanga gets it a little bit, doesn't he? And remember was it his last appearance or one of his last appearances, Elanga? He misses that penalty against Middlesbrough. We go out of the cup. So for him to come into this game today, he comes in at the game at 2-2. He ends up scoring one of the goals that helps us win the game. I was so happy with that, and it was great to see. We also got to see Varane come in towards the end of the game. Rangnick took off Cristiano Ronaldo and brought on Varane. Now that's huge for me with the Champions League coming up. You know, if maybe Rangnick was thinking I could have played Varane today, but I'm going to save him for that game against Atletico Madrid. We've seen the issues that Rafael Varane has had with his fitness this season. Maybe that's a wise decision. He gets his substitutes right today. The right decision. So Rangnick can give himself a big pat on the back. United can give themselves a pat on the back for not crumbling when we went to 2-2. We crumbled when it went to 2-1 and we allowed them back into the game at 2-2. But we didn't completely crumble and we managed to get the game won, which was massively important, especially with Spurs winning yesterday, Arsenal winning. You know, I'm still of that opinion that something about this season tells me United aren't going to get top 4. But when you've seen Spurs, you know, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. Obviously beat City. You know, Arsenal have the capability of dropping points. United have to be winning their games. We have to be winning our games and leaving it in our own hands at least at some point. I know we got to play Arsenal and Spurs coming up. They've got games in hand on us, I know. But I kind of feel like it still is in our hands because they'll drop a few points along the way. And if we can beat them and maintain a decent bit of form in the Premier League, then, you know, there's no reason we shouldn't be getting top 4. But yeah, amazing today. Pastor Fred coming up with the winner on a Sunday. Lovely stuff against Leeds as well. And I suppose when we were feeling all down in the dumps, when Leeds went 2-2, if we could have said to ourselves, well, this is just giving them that hope for the heartbreak that's about to come a little bit later, we would have expected it. But at the time, oh my God, my head had gone. I didn't really know what to think. And obviously I had never had those, obviously I was positive about the first half with it being 2-0 up. I didn't get to watch it. I've seen it back since. I've seen the goals and I've seen some of the games since in the first half. But, you know, to ruin that by that second half, why can't we do it for 90 minutes? Just why? We'll have to do it for 90 minutes against Atletico Madrid. But nevertheless, great result. Decent-ish performance at times. And we go now. Atletico Madrid next. Big game. Big game. And it's good to have someone like Jadon Sancho in form, isn't it? Jadon Sancho, my man of the match today. Thought he was excellent yet again. 2 assists for him. And he's really coming into his own at Man United. And even when we've had some of these poorer performances over the last couple of weeks, months, you know, Jadon Sancho has been one of those that has stood out. So, man of the match, Jadon Sancho. We need to switch on for Atletico Madrid. But it feels so good to beat Leeds. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, I've been Adam McKola. I'm out of here.